Samantha's hands clenched around her phone as she stepped away from her desk. Heart pounding in disbelief. "What do you mean you cancelled the reservation?" she asked, voice shaking. "The engagement party was supposed to be that Saturday, invites had been sent. And everything had been planned." Her mother, Evelyn, responded with the same calm, calculated tone she always used when delivering bad news. "The venue was simply too expensive. Dear, your father and I discussed it, and we just can't justify spending that much on a party. We'll find something more appropriate." Samantha felt her face flush with anger. "Appropriate, Mom? The Riverside Terrace was my dream venue. I've talked about having celebrations there since I was 16. But Evelyn remained unmoved. "Dreams need to align with reality. I've found some lovely restaurant backrooms that would be just as nice." The truth came out in the silence that followed. It wasn't about money, it was about her fiancé, Daniel. With Daniel's background, her mother finally admitted, perhaps it's better to start with something more modest. Her stomach twisted. It wasn't just a party being taken away, it was a clear message that her parents didn't think Daniel was good enough. Samantha had spent years proving she could make it on her own. Despite growing up in an elite, wealthy family in Oakwood Heights, she built a career in architectural design, bought her own condo without touching her trust fund, and fell in love with Daniel, a brilliant software developer who had grown up without privilege but had worked his way to success. Her parents, however, only saw the surface, his simple clothes, his old Honda, his lack of high society connections. When she first introduced him, her father, Richard, barely disguised his disapproval, while her mother had whispered, "At least he's resourceful," as though frugality were an exotic concept. When Daniel proposed, they offered lukewarm congratulations and immediately suggested a long engagement. "Marriage is a lifetime commitment," Richard had said. "You want to know someone completely before taking that step." What he really meant was, "Give it time, you'll realize he's not good enough." Days later, still reeling from the cancellation, Samantha got a text from her younger sister, Olivia. "Mom told me about Riverside. So sorry, but silver lining, she's upgrading my birthday venue to make up for the family embarrassment." "Isn't that great?" Samantha read the message 3 times, stunned. So that was it. They hadn't cancelled the engagement party because of costs. They had cancelled it because they were ashamed. And the final insult? Her parents were throwing Olivia's birthday party at the exact venue she had dreamed of. Just 1 week later. Growing up, Samantha had always been the odd one out in her family. While Olivia embraced the family's expectations, dating the right men, pursuing law as their parents wanted, Samantha had taken a different path. She had chosen passion over prestige, meaning over money, and now, it was painfully clear that her parents never respected those choices. Determined to confront them, Samantha drove to her parents' estate, only to find them in the middle of planning Olivia's grand birthday party. Caterers, florists, seating arrangements, it was all there. And in the center of it, Evelyn smiled, gesturing at the layout. "The Riverside Terrace has such lovely natural light." Samantha's voice cut through the chatter. "What is this?" Her mother turned, her practiced smile faltering. "Samantha, we didn't know you'd be stopping by." Samantha folded her arms. "You cancelled my engagement party because it was too expensive. But here you are, planning Olivia's party at the same venue." Her father straightened his posture. "Samantha, let's discuss this privately." "No," she shot back. "Everyone here already knows what happened. I want to hear the explanation." After a long pause, her mother finally spoke. "With the guest list we've cultivated for Olivia's event, the Riverside makes perfect sense. The connections your father can foster there. And my celebration wasn't worth it." Samantha interrupted, voice shaking. Her father sighed heavily. "Look, we've been patient with this phase of yours, the job at that small firm, the modest apartment, but Daniel, he just isn't suitable." The words hit like a punch to the gut. She had expected disapproval, but hearing it so plainly stunned her. "So this is about control. It's about keeping the family legacy exactly how you want it." Richard didn't deny it. "We're trying to save you from a mistake." Samantha turned and walked out, not looking back. That night, she told Daniel everything. He held her hands, sadness in his eyes but no surprise. "I thought they'd at least try to get to know you," she said. "I thought family mattered more than money." Daniel gave her a small, sad smile. Some people can only see value in things they already understand. Samantha sat in silence before suddenly straightening. "Let's throw our own party. Simple, meaningful, something that actually represents us." Over the next 2 days, she channeled her pain into action, booking a rooftop brewery and designing digital invitations. Then, on Friday morning, another call came, this time from Olivia. Mom invited the Hendersons to my party. Olivia admitted. The Hendersons, meaning Jonathan Henderson, Olivia's ex, whose wealthy banking family the parents adored. Oh, and she told Brad the party was cancelled. Samantha's heart sank. She's doing to you what they did to me. There was a long pause before Olivia finally admitted. I'm really sorry about what they said about Daniel. It was cruel and unfair. For a moment, Samantha thought she'd found an ally. Come to our party instead, she suggested. Bring Brad. Let's make a statement. But Olivia hesitated. I can't. Dad's announcing my promotion to junior partner that night. I've worked too hard for this. Samantha sighed. So you'll let them control your life as long as there's something in it for you. The silence said everything. The night of the party, Samantha expected anxiety, but instead, something else took hold. Determination. She and Daniel arrived at Riverside Terrace, and the room quieted. Her mother's smile tightened. Samantha, this is a private event. I know, she said, voice steady, but Vanessa is still my sister. That's when she noticed her father talking to a man she didn't recognize. Daniel tensed. That's Robert Maxwell, he murmured, CEO of Pinnacle Tech. Samantha's breath caught. Why would he be here? And then, it hit her. Pinnacle Tech was acquiring Daniel's company in a $175 million deal. That's why Maxwell was speaking to her father. He had just realized the son-in-law he had dismissed was one of the most successful tech developers in the industry. The next morning, her father called, eager to discuss a business opportunity. Samantha smirked. Sure, how about brunch at the Riverside Terrace? When they met, she slid a folder across the table, the acquisition papers. Her parents' faces paled. We obviously misjudged the situation. Her father said stiffly, perhaps we could host a proper engagement party, no expense spared. Samantha smiled. No need, we're celebrating next Saturday, with the people who truly support us. As she walked away, hand in hand with Daniel, she knew she had won, not through wealth or status, but by proving that real worth isn't measured by appearances. And for the first time, she felt truly free.